The new update to the friendship system is now rolling out globally in Pokemon Go, and we gotta talk about how you could achieve the new highest level of friendship, which is called Forever Friends, and unlocking global remote trades. And that's precisely what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Let's get right into it. Alright, what's happening everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your week is going really well, and let's get right into it. So we got a brand new friendship system in Pokemon Go. It's basically kind of like an update to the current friendship system where they added a new level of friendship, and this new level is called Forever Friends. Now getting Forever Friends is going to be very similar to how it was before with getting best friends, but after you achieve Forever Friends with all of the people in your friends list, then you're going to unlock some new mechanics, which is going to allow you to even do remote trades. Remote trading is exactly what it sounds like. Basically, you're going to be able to trade your Pokemon with your friends from all across the world as long as they are able to do remote trades. Meaning, you will want to achieve Forever Friends with as many of your friends as possible, because if you were to be lucky friends with those friends, you will be able to engage in those lucky trades regardless if you are living near each other. And I think this is an issue that a lot of players have been facing for the past several years, where they have a whole bunch of lucky friends in their friends list, but they live around the world, which means they're not able to actually get those lucky trades done unless they were to meet them in a major event like Pokemon Go Fest. So I think this new addition is a really good thing for Pokemon Go, because for a lot of people who are sitting on a whole bunch of lucky friends, now they could finally get those lucky trades done. So let's first talk about how you could achieve Forever Friends. First and foremost, you need to achieve, of course, best friends with your friend, and that's going to require 90 straight days worth of friend interactions. Of course, this means you will need to open and send gifts, or you need to raid with your friends, or maybe you could do some trades with some friends, but you need to do it 90 consecutive days. It doesn't have to be like in 90 days in a row, but basically you collect friendship points every time you interact with a friend, and you only get one friendship point per day. So essentially you need to collect 90 friendship points in order to hit best friends with your friend. And once you do that, you're now going to be able to grind it out for Forever Friends. And it's going to be in the same way. You need to collect friendship points. And believe it or not, the number of friendship points that you need from best friends to Forever Friends is also 90 points. It's the same as going from 0 friendship levels to all the way to best friends. You're basically going to have to do it once more over again. But the rewards are definitely worth it, because as soon as you unlock Forever Friends with that friend, you're going to automatically get one remote trade with that friend. Of course, there are certain bonuses within certain in-game events that will actually double up the amount of friendship points that you get. This means that during those particular events, you will definitely want to interact with as many people on your friends list as possible. And the one thing I always suggest is that you plan it out regarding who you're going to be sending gifts to, who you're going to be opening gifts from, and also who you're going to send remote raid invites to, because you want to get as many of your friends leveled up as possible on a single day. So I really do think that if you were to be efficient and plan this out correctly, you're going to hit Forever Friends with more people on your friends list than someone who is just winging it with just 1 or 2 friends. That is something that I really do think you need to take into account right now, because when it comes to remote trading, it's going to be something that will allow you to get some of the best Pokemon in the game. Now, after you achieve Forever Friends with a friend and commit that remote trade, you will not be able to do another remote trade unless you do some work. Now, once you hit Forever Friends, you're going to unlock this new system where you're going to be able to continue to get friendship points with that friend, and that's going to actually contribute to you unlocking another remote trade. So, even though you achieve the highest level of friendship, you will still want to interact with those friends, because that's going to allow you to get more remote trades. Now, the one thing that I do not really know about is whether or not you can have multiple remote trades with a single friend. I'm assuming it's going to be one at a time. So I really do think it's important that you plan it out with very specific friends that you can communicate with, because if you are able to do your remote trade and immediately start the grind towards the next remote trade, that is going to be efficient. And one of the things that I really do think is important is that you focus on those friends that are on your friends list that might already be lucky friends. So that way, once you unlock your first remote trade, it's going to be a guaranteed lucky Pokemon. And of course, if you want to get yourself some of the best Pokemon in the game with the highest IVs, you will obviously want to do as many lucky trades as you possibly can. And the reason for that is because with lucky trades, you get a guaranteed lucky Pokemon with that trade, and lucky Pokemon have a significantly higher IV floor than even the Pokemon you get from raids. In fact, your chances of getting a perfect appraisal, perfect IV Pokemon is the highest in the game through lucky trades. So if you're someone who is hunting after Shundos or 100% IV legendaries, this is your way of getting them. It's not going to be through doing hundreds or even thousands of raids. It's going to be specifically doing lucky trades. That's going to be your absolute best way of getting a whole bunch of Shundos in your Pokemon Go collection. Believe me, I'm currently sitting on about 36 Shundos, and almost half of them I got specifically from lucky trades. So yeah, it's incredibly important that you're constantly managing your friends list and trying to hit lucky friends with them and increasing the friendship levels so that you could hit forever friends with as many players as you can. Now, one more tip that I want to bring before I end this video is that there is something called weekly challenges, which was actually rolled out very recently, but it is one of the best ways for you to accumulate extra friendship points. What it does is that you group up with people on your friends list. You could set up a group and just invite as many people as you can, or you could join up with one of your friends' groups, and then you'll be given some tasks, and those tasks will reward you with various rewards, and one of those rewards is, of course, increasing the friendship level with your friends. So this is a really big one. I really do think what you need to do is constantly doing those weekly challenges every single week, and you should definitely be creating groups to invite as many of the people on your friends list as you can so that you can increase the friendship level with as many people on your friends list as you can. So yeah, overall, I really am a big fan of this system. It actually rolled out in my area, but I do think it's not fully released right now globally, but I do think this is a great system, and I do think there's a couple of events coming up in the future that's actually going to allow you to increase your friendship levels at a double the rate. So it's all really important things to pay attention to. Now that bonus is going to be one of those bonuses you will definitely want to utilize, and it's definitely going to make certain events a lot more exciting. So yeah, this is everything that you need to know regarding the new friendship system and how you can unlock and utilize those remote trades. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Definitely share your thoughts regarding everything that I talked about down below. Is there a particular trick that you are using in order to increase the friendship levels with your friends? Or do you feel like there is a lot more that Niantic could do to allow us to hit forever friends much faster? Definitely share those thoughts in the comments down below, and yeah, let's have a great discussion. And thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if it's your first time here, and also don't forget that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload videos. And real quick, let me give a shout out to every single one of my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support the Jinsula channel, if you want to support everything that I do, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon, because that's going to be the best way you could do that. And if you decide to become a paid Patreon member, I'm actually going to add you to my Pokemon Go friends list. That's the #1 perk. So that means for stuff like remote raids, the friendship system, which we talked about in this video, like opening and sending gifts, all that good stuff, the weekly challenges. If you want to play Pokemon Go with me, make sure you go and check out my Patreon. I'll put a link to it in the description below. And if you want to support my channel in a completely different way, you could do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula. I'm on the platforms that you see right now on your screen. Make sure you go over there and give me give me a follow. That'll be a huge help to my channel, and you'll have access to some exclusive content which I'm only putting up on my social media pages. And before I end this video, let me quickly mention that I actually have an Etsy store, and it's another way you could support my channel. And if you're a big fan of K-pop, if that is something that interests you, make sure you go and check it out because I'm creating a lot of custom-made K-pop merch. And it's certainly possible you might find yourself something that you would really like, or maybe you want to get a very unique gift for a loved one for this upcoming Christmas season. Definitely go and check it out. I'll put a link to it in the description below. And with that said, that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself today, and I'll catch you all later. Jinsula.